Everybody or industrial is residential property developer. Okay, let's start it.
IT is widely used by residential property developers, such as Sage ERP software. This application makes developers easily access data and records accounts and keeps track of project costing and revenue at each stage of development. IT improves the transparency of recording key accounts and financial reporting to reduce asymmetric information. Also, IT improves the efficiency of overall recording and reporting process with less paperwork and more electronic contracts. IT increases the complexity of audit and causes audit focus shift. Audit evidence may be hard to trace as audit trail is electronic. Auditors have to know the application of IT to recognize potential risks, so they will put more emphasis on the IT system. In this industry, an important business risk is fluctuating cost of building materials, which causes the potential control issue is accuracy of using IT to report inventory in NRV. Auditors should use CAS to test if IT system is effective, so key account is inventory and assertion is AVA. Specifically, auditors enter tax data using reasonable minimum and maximum amount of NRV to see if the data is in the range, so we can see if the recognition of WIP construction is accurate or not.
Why do we need an expert in residential property developer industry? Well, actually, there are some materials we need during auditing, such as investment estimate, design budget, and construction drawing budget. So why do we need these materials? The first reason is we need to make sure that the industry is compliant with the regulation and laws. The second reason is we need to make sure that the investment estimate is appropriate for this industry. The third one is ensure that the architectural design is consistent with the actual construction. And the last reason is ensure that the project cost calculated in advance is close to the actual cost. So all in all, registered cost engineer is the expert we may need. Cost engineering is the engineering practice devoted to the management of project cost, involving such activities as estimating, cost control, cost forecasting, and risk analysis. The relevant account in this industry is cost, and assertion is accuracy.
Okay, let's move on. I'm going to discuss two specific factors that impact going concern of our industry. The first one is the rising operating cost. In 2018, residential land price and construction costs respectively increased by 6.5% and 4.1%. So the residential developers need to spend more on their operations. Therefore, the companies probably have a negative operating cash flow and will difficulty survive in the weak residential market. However, there is another factor bringing a positive impact. The land availability rate in Australia is high. Due to the adequate land resources, the company can continue to develop residential land, build apartment or houses, and then gain profit. Above all, although the adequate land can be used to develop residential property, it is hard for developers to gain profit with the increasing operating costs in the weak market. Therefore, if this trend maintained, the going concern of this industry will have problems.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Chen, and this part is talking about key audit matter, which is the carrying value of the inventory. Inventory is value at the lower of the cost and not realizable value. We consider the carrying value of the inventory to be a key audit matter, as the valuation of inventory includes significant judgments made by group on estimated selling price, cost to complete projects, and the transaction cost. These judgments may have material impact on the calculation of net realizable value, and therefore in determining whether the value of the project should be written down. So how to address the key audit matter? Auditors need to use a risk-based approach to select a sample of the inventory assets to perform an NRV testing. And for this selected project, the auditors need to compare the estimated selling price to the market sales data, forecasted cost to the construction cost respectively, and then testing the capitalization of the expenses into inventory. At last, comparing the carry value of the inventory to the cash flow to assess whether the carry value is the lower of the cost and net realizable value.
Let's talk about the final part. According to the special context above, the current regulatory and economic climate shows the poor condition about the industry of residential property developer. In this situation, residential property which not yet purchased by investors
will become the inventories for the residential property developer. Inventories occupy a large amount of proportion in assets. It is important to calculate the net realizable value for each inventories at the financial reporting date. Moreover, the calculation of this account is performed by management, which means it involves a significant management judgment. Auditors may have the disagreement with management because they may choose different market value or expect the selling price of inventory. Thus, auditors may identify the appropriate disclosure about the net realizable value of inventory on financial report. So in my opinion, the most likely type of auditor opinion modification that may raise qualified opinion because of the inventory account.
Okay, that's all. Thanks for watching it. Bye bye.